I didn't react when she said it. The bread on my plate felt like one final insult, dry, stale, almost taunting. Still, I kept my expression flat and my hands steady. Anger is best savored when it's aged, portioned, and served cold. My father didn't notice, he never does. His arm stayed locked around Linda, her diamonds catching every light in the room. My half-sister, Belle, lounged beside them, twirling her wine as if she owned the very air we breathed. They thought I posed no threat. Good. People like them never see the quiet ones coming. I hadn't always been the outsider. When Dad married Linda, I was 16 and stupidly optimistic. She showed up with gentle smiles and warm hands, saying she'd always wanted a family. She bought me notebooks because she heard I liked to write. She praised my grades, told me she admired my dedication. And I believed every bit of it. Looking back, the warnings were glaring. How she bent every conversation toward herself. How Belle rolled her eyes whenever I entered a room. How Dad seemed to shine under Linda's praise while I faded into the wallpaper. But I was young. Hope has a way of making fools out of all of us. Everything shifted the day I overheard them in the kitchen. Belle's voice oozed disdain. She's dead weight. Why is she even still living here? Linda's reply was colder than a winter floor. Your father pities her. But once the will is updated, she won't be an issue. I stood in the hallway holding a mug I'd been about to fill. My hands didn't tremble. Not then. I just listened, imprinting every word, every inflection. That was the moment the puzzle snapped together. The missing deposits from the joint account. The hushed conversations. The locked office door. Dad's dodged explanations. They weren't just phasing me out emotionally. They were preparing to erase me legally. But panic is a luxury. Precision, though, that's useful. So I started watching. Studying their schedules, their habits. Linda used the same laptop for everything: shopping, banking, secrets. She trusted her passwords far too much. She trusted her daughter even more. And Belle, careless Belle, was always posting, filming, leaving digital crumbs everywhere. It didn't take long to find what I needed. A folder mislabeled taxes 2013. Inside, dozens of videos, screenshots, messages. All proof of what they truly thought of Dad. Plans to funnel money behind his back. Insults. Mockery. And cheating. With Dad's business partner, no less. For a second, heartbreak clawed at my throat. But I pushed it down. I had work to do. I compiled everything, sorted, time-stamped, backed up in 3 separate locations. Then I waited for the perfect moment. Dad's birthday was ideal. A big guest list, a pricey venue, cameras everywhere. A night he'd never forget. When I handed him the USB, Linda's smile twitched. Belle straightened, sensing the shift. What's this? Dad asked. A tribute, I said. For you. The projector buzzed to life. It started with photos, Dad laughing, smiling, living the life he thought he had. Then the images changed. Audio clips, messages, videos. Linda calling him an idiot. Bragging about moving funds. Belle urging her to finish the will paperwork before the old man catches on. Silence swept the room. Forks froze midair. Dad's face went pale. Then came the video. Linda kissing his business partner in Dad's own office. Turn it off, she screamed, her voice splintering. No one moved. She lunged for the projector, but Belle grabbed her, whispering frantically, realizing too late she was just as exposed. Dad rose slowly, like someone climbing out of debris. Is this true? He asked, his voice cracked in a way I'd never heard. Linda stumbled through excuses. Belle blamed me. Their panic filled the room like smoke. But Dad wasn't looking at them. He was looking at me, really seeing me, for the first time in years. I wanted you to see what I saw, I said softly. What followed was swift. Lawyers, account audits, frozen assets. Linda removed from the house. Bell cut off. Dad asked me to come home. I didn't. I hadn't done this for closure. I did it because some truths belong in daylight. Tonight wasn't about revenge. It was about correction. And as I walked out past the whispers and stunned faces, I felt something I hadn't in years. Not victory. Not sorrow. Just clarity. Justice isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a USB slid across a table. And sometimes the most satisfying revenge is simply letting people reveal themselves.